Hi YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's very different Vlogust video. Do you know why I'm actually sitting here? It's 1 PM, it's about 1:15 in the afternoon, which is just as stupid as it sounds. I'm in my freaking pyjamas. But yes, today is of course the very last day of August, which is kind of sad to know. And yes, what can I do something relatively special? Nothing much I could really do, so I'm really sorry about that. But in this video, I'm going to be doing something completely and utterly different. Now, of course, this is a vlog that I initially thought I wasn't going to be making. And I know I'm wearing the same outfit just like what I did in that first Vloggers video that I did on YouTube. So, with that being said, I will still be able to make vlogs as well, even in September as well. I might do another one. I promise. I'll promise for that one though, because, you know, even though we're coming up towards September, I feel like I'm not yet done doing any vlogging though. And of course, this, as I'm in the UK in general though, it really is still summertime. But hey, we've still got under 12 hours of summertime. What the hell? That was a freaking, that was a Range Rover. That was a Land Rover type vehicle with a bloody V8 engine. Freaking hell, man. These things are getting very common in the neighbourhood these days. But anyways, in this video I'm going to be taking a look at some various different books in general though. I'm actually going to be taking a look at 2 books. And the reason why I'm still in that position is because, just to let you know, even though it's in the afternoon, I'm still wearing those freaking pyjamas. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm not really that normal though. I'm still totally busy though, composing videos on my YouTube channel. And I might also work on a new animation as well for my YouTube channel. There's a bit of background noise as well too, so that's why it's a little bit different, the environment, compared to what it is in Northfield. But nevertheless, what I will do is I might just show you 2 of these books I've got. I've actually got 2. And it's these ones there. Now, who really loves animals though? And of course, yes, I really do. You know, everyone really does. And of course, yes, these are what I presume to be very old, classical colouring books. But they're not really as classic as you might think, going by the aesthetic designs and stuff. Probably like something from like the 90s, maybe from the 80s or the 2000s. This was when colouring pages was way more simplistic, and that was the time that, way even before that, colouring pages had a lot much more aesthetic nuances and different designs as well too. They had much more intricate and complex aesthetics compared to the ones that we have back then in the 90s and the 80s. The 2 I have is the one with the panda that says in the open, and the one with the birds in the inset is the ladybird one. And both of them were actually bought from a little brown, I think it was like a shopping, it was like a shed, it was like a tool shed operated as like some kind of charity shop. I guess it was that type of thing. And I came to that little farm, which was in Woodgate Country Park, which was in Bartley Green. That was actually during my post-traumatic stress disorder type event, which I'm not going to get into it though, because it would probably get people crying, just like me though. But hey, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this one here first, with the panda in it. And they also come in like different themes as well too. They get like, you know, you can get like wildlife around the world and under the sea as well. Look at that. You think Disney would probably sue that title name, Under the Sea, for plagiarizing it though? That name? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, you know, dreaming to myself though. I'm just sort of, you know, capitulating so many things in my brain. I just don't know what to say really. I can't even talk. Blah 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 blah. Actually, my foot is quite dry. Before I should start getting into the colouring book, the 2 colouring books in general though, yes I did say 2, I'm just going to add cream on my foot because it's got like freaking eczema on my hands and feet. I don't want to get dry skin all over everywhere. So with that being said, I'm going to show you this book here, and overall it's quite a nice looking book though in general though. I can't really remember how much they were sold for, but you can get like different cool looking animals. There's a zebra here. You know, what's even more interesting about the colouring pages is that they're so different. They're also a bit thinner in nuances. The lines are a little bit they're not as, well, not as random as you might think. They're more just contemporary, I guess. There's a deer here. Is that supposed to be a young red deer? Red deer stag, I call it though. It's a nice looking background there, hey? Some various animals in general, hey? It's very beautiful. There's a tiger here, right? Oh, yes. That would work really well for my Malaysia 2023 event because, you know, even though it's a Siberian tiger, Malaysia actually has tigers. Didn't you know about that? The Malayan tiger is probably one well-known subspecies of tiger, which unfortunately is one of the lowest in the world. We're estimating to about 80 to 120 individuals. And it's a bit of trivia though. If I have some time in this video, I might show you there's a gorilla here. Oh yes, looks like he's quite relaxed and chilled. Look at King Kong, he's pretty chilled and relaxed, you know. He's not fooling around and monkeying around like the other monkeys and the other apes around in general though, hey? Mind you, I could play the Funky Gibbon song. Ooh, 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 the Funky Gibbon. There's a grizzly bear here. I don't know about you, but these colouring pages are actually, they're very nicely detailed. They're very impressive. And what's even interesting about the lines is that they're not really conjoined to other lines. They're just basically lines that just simply help to fill the form of whatever animal it is. There's a beaver here. And what's interesting about these colouring books is that they've also got like these little latches. So I think that's perforated paper. I'm not sure if you can see it there closely though. But it's a nice bit of merchandise. It's a nice bit of colouring pages. You can either place them up in the wall and stuff just to stick pictures on walls and stuff, you know. It's a very great way to do such. And you know, oh yes, this will get the furries talking. Hey furries, check out this. Do you want to colour this picture of a wolf in that I've got there, eh? It's a nice looking picture of a grey European wolf, isn't it? That's nice, isn't it? Maybe you furries would love that, eh? I'll tell you what, this is actually so awesome. There's a meerkat, how cool is that? So it's a bit, I think I might have to close the curtains because, you know, it's getting a bit too bright. It's not sunny, but I think it's the clouds that are trying to take over the video, eh? Maybe if I try and show it to you closely, those pictures have actually got like little, see where my middle finger is actually moving? If I hold this here, that's where the little latches are, so that you can just detach from that colouring book and then stick it into the wall as a freaking picture of sorts. And then you'll be mighty happy about it, and that you've assembled your own. What the hell? Someone's Fiat 500 has decided to zoom past by. It's like a, what the hell? It's like a supercharged Fiat 500. That just nearly just jumps the crap out of me, eh, while I'm making this video. As a chipmunk. Who knows about that, eh? Probably makes me go nuts. There's a hippo. Oh, look at the jaws of that behemoth. Look at that. And then you've also got a wild boar, a wild pig in general. That's quite cool to know. A giant panda, of course, that's like the one that was seen in the front cover. There's so many different animals there that you can definitely colour in there. There's actually quite a lot though. Oh, the hyena, that's quite interesting though. I wonder if they have pictures like foxes and stuff though. I'd love to see that as lynx. What's that? Oh yes, that looks quite interesting, eh? It's like something out of Madagascar, isn't it? I don't know. Now these colouring pages, they're certainly really great. Hello Bison. Are you that guy from Street Fighter? I don't know. And there's a, that's like one of, that's a warthog, isn't it? It's kind of interesting that you've got a very mix of different animals. There's a camel. What the hell? Why the bloody hell do you have to have a camel in this colouring book? They're not really wild. They're just domesticated. Maybe they're just born wild. Maybe they're just feral. Maybe they've just gone wild. Oh yes, a picture of a red deer. This is like a nice copy of Monarch of the Glen. Isn't that picture from Scotland where there's a red deer overlooking at the Scottish Highlands? Very famous picture there, eh? A possum. That's very nice. That's the American style possum. They're different to the Australian ones. And they look quite prehistoric. There's a polar bear here. You know, there's so many different animals there that you can definitely colour in. And there's a chimpanzee. Yes, I just made a very weird chimpanzee sound though, eh? Because, hey, everything's better with monkeys than chimpanzees in this vlog, eh? Who knows? And apes in general though, hey? And, you know, then there's a giant tortoise to finish off the colouring book. Maybe I should colour in one of the chimpanzees after the video making, of course. What if they include like elephants and kangaroos and stuff? I'd love to see that though in books like that, or maybe it's in the other books. I don't know. But let me just take a look at the birds. Okay, I've got the birds and insects book. Without monkeying around, and without the extra sunlight and the chimp noises I've just made, that'd probably make people walk away from this video, didn't they? Here goes the same with the back side as well too. I think my camera is actually getting a little bit sensitive to very rapid and very fast movements, so I'm really sorry about that. I'm up to going to get like a new webcam because I think the webcam is getting a little bit too jittery and very, you know, frozen over time when I make like very rapid movements like that though, hey? But anyways, there's a butterfly here, hey? There's a nice monarch butterfly. It's pretty much at a far off distance. Not sure how you can clearly see it there. There's a bald eagle. I'm not sure how very further away you can definitely see it there, but I am vlogging. That's my biggest challenge. That's the only bigger challenge that I've got in this video. Let me just turn it to here. Okay, we've got a ladybird. These are excellent, great colouring pages, and as I said before, you can definitely place them up in the wall and stuff. There's a flamingo. I don't know if they actually contain like reptiles and stuff. Maybe they do in the sea book where they contain like turtles and stuff. There's a dragonfly here. I mean, there are so many excellent things about this book, and there's also some pretty, you know, boring things about this book. Wow. There's a sunbird here, hey? That's a very nice bird. What was that? Did I just flip through, hey? Oh, it's a dragonfly. Very prehistoric looking thing. There's a sunbird, which looks like a hummingbird, but doesn't fly backwards. Anyways, there's, oh, a couple of stag beetles fighting. Oh, look at that. Heard them locking it with their jaws. They look like antlers. There's a macaw parrot type thing. Very tropical aesthetic type bird. As always, as per usual, what's that? There's a hummingbird. That looks nothing like a hummingbird. That looks more like a bee eater. What's that? That's a cricket. That looks that looks like something out of the Aliens films, isn't it? Or Alien vs Predator. There's a parakeet. That looks more like a freaking rainbow lorikeet to me. You know, I'm thinking of rainbow lorikeets. There's a woodpecker here. Okay, what's even more interesting about these books is that they're also set to be designed after real birds instead of cartoon birds. There's a toucan. Toucan colour that picture. See what I did there? Toucan puns. Bird puns. What's that? Is that a grasshopper or a locust? I think it's a locust. I think it's the same. Pelican. Well, look at that bird. Its beak can hold more than its belly can. That's why we're called pelicans. That way, isn't it? And there's a kestrel. You're going to say peregrine falcon. It's a very nice looking book in general, hey? That's very nice. And what else do we have here? A turkey. Yeah, very impressive. And I think the camera is still playing up though. I'm really sorry. I don't know about you, but the camera is going off board. I might have to do another jump cut though. Maybe this camera has seen better days. Okay, I've already done another jump cut. Sorry about that one, guys. I think the camera was playing up though. So there's a kookaburra here. In fact, there's another colouring picture that looks more like a kingfisher than the kookaburra, hence its name. But to me, it actually looks more like a kookaburra. It's just a repeat of a similar bird, isn't it? To be honest, kookaburras don't really live in watery type areas. Here, there's a heron, blue heron, isn't it? I think it's referring to the American species of bird rather than the grey herons that we have. There's a scarab beetle, and there's a puffin here as well. It's amazing that these colouring books are still very good in quality, even though I've purchased them for quite a while though. And there's a rhinoceros beetle to finish the whole picture up. Okay, so that's it. I really don't know about any plans for September of 2023, so that is it. That is the whole Vlogust, and I'm really sorry about the camera playing up today. Totally and utterly frustrating to make a video like that. So, with that being said, if you really enjoyed in this very strange Vlogust type video, please give this video a like, showing my thumb on the left hand of course. Subscribe for more fun videos in the future, and as static as it sounds, as always, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye for now. Yeah, the camera is actually going a little bit bad, isn't it? I'm going to have to buy a new one.